CharMargolis, Char Communications Incorporated, and CharVision LLC do not endorse or offer for any purpose but entertainment the views of any guest or other expert on CharVision or UBN.
I knew things before they happened from the time I was a child. At the age of 8, I saw a spirit at the foot of my bed and didn't know what it was. And in my 20s, I finally realized I had a special ability that could help others. I have learned that love never dies. There is a spirit world that can communicate with us, and we all have the gift of intuition. Join me, and together we will explore the possibilities of the unknown from beyond and more. This is CharVision.
Hi, everybody. It's Sunny and Char. I'm so happy to see you guys. I hope you had a good week. Today is May 21st, 2021. Wow, we're almost into summer. So, Tony, how are you?
That's good. How are you doing?
I'm really good. I've been hiking.
I can tell.
Why? I'm not. Could you feel my legs being sore?
I can feel it. I can see it.
Because you're psychic. So look at Sonny smiling. He it's so funny because it's like as soon as I sit down on a Friday, he comes up to the chair because he wants to be picked up. It's so sweet.
Oh, he's adorable.
Just adorable.
He is adorable. We
Oh
love
my
Sonny.
God, so cute.
Need to give him
So,
I miss giving him a lick or him giving me a lick. I mean,
oh, we're gonna be in the studio, but you're not gonna be there on the 4th.
I think you do that on purpose, don't you?
No, I don't. It just happened like that. But I'll be back. I'll be back in the studio. We'll do something. So, did you see that the United States intelligence is admitting that there are UFOs?
I know. And apparently, I think they're going to be releasing a bunch of UFO files next month, I think.
They are.
Yeah.
They are. I'm going to try to get Craig Campobasso on after they release them.
That would be awesome.
I tried to get him on tonight to talk about it, but he's working on a movie.
Oh, he's a famous casting director, so.
He is. I don't know. He might be directing this. I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure what he's doing, but such a sweetheart.
He is.
So you had someone on your show who was abducted by a UFO?
Yeah, I had just a little bit ago. His name is Terry Lovelace, and
any relation to Linda Lovelace?
I was going to ask him, but I didn't want to. Yeah, or maybe it was his first wife. I don't know.
Which porn star was she?
Was it 70s, 80s? I don't remember.
That wasn't Deep Throat, was it? I don't remember.
Maybe. I think it was Deep Throat, wasn't it?
My God, I don't remember.
That was my first movie at age 7. I'm just kidding.
So long ago.
Yeah. But yeah, no, he was in the military and from Missouri, and then him and a friend went on a camping trip to Devil's Den in Arkansas. Yeah, and then they were abducted in the forest, and both of them were military, and the military separated them once they told them the truth, and they never saw each other again. Yeah, and so.
What was their experience? I'm gonna put Sunny down right now.
Okay, doke.
Sunny, he'll come back.
Bye, Shiny.
Bye, see you later.
Ooh, so cute. Well, his experience was, at first he said he was very calm, but then he said after the experience they went to bed and they were abducted, and when he woke up, his friend, I'm gonna yawn. Not you, it's me. I know, right? I know, but
I could tell you had a long day.
I did. It was a long day, but I finish out with Char, which is the greatest thing ever. But they got inserted with some type of metal. It's still in his body, and there was no scar. And he didn't find out. This was 1977. They didn't find out until 2012 that he was implanted, and there was no scar or no way. The doctor said there was no way that could have been implanted without a scar. And it's still in his body, though.
But did they detect what it is? What kind of, like a metal we don't
They don't know because they didn't take it out, and because he has a lot of heart conditions that they won't do surgery to take it out. So, but
so does he have something when he dies that they'll take it out?
yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, very interesting guy though. I mean, he said that he used to have these, not nightmares, but he said that he when he was a kid, I guess they used to come and visit him too, but he thought it was just the dreams. But apparently,
the UFO people.
What'd you say?
The UFO people came to him.
But he said he didn't realize until after this abduction that he used to have visitations.
What did they say to him in his dream? Do you know?
It was mostly just, he said it wasn't really a bad experience because, you know, like a lot of people, it's a bad experience or this or that. But he did say that it was just, there was no message of, you know, like destruction or whatever. But he just said that, he said it was like, you know, when you, like you and Sonny, when you look into Sonny's eyes, you know that there's a connection.
Yeah.
But he said, but he knew that he was the inferior one versus, yeah. It was, I mean, it was really interesting. It was really interesting.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever have a UFO? Oh, you did tell me you had a UFO experience.
I did at Mount Shasta. Remember the car flew up in the air?
Yeah, I do remember you telling me about that.
And when it bounced down, I kind of felt like it would be like a trampoline, but it wasn't. It was really abrupt. And when the person I was with, I said, put the emergency brake on. And so he did. And if I had, when I opened the door, if I walked out, I could have fallen off a cliff of a mountain.
Wow.
It was really weird. They definitely didn't want us there. But I think they didn't want him there. I mean, I don't mean to sound pompous or anything, but I think they would have accepted me.
Oh, really?
I have a feeling because I have had other experiences where I see them like I see spirits. Like every time I go to the Integratron, I call him my UFO man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he comes to visit me. And I know I sound crazy, but maybe we don't sound so crazy anymore because now it's a reality. You know, and I just saw Biden on TV, and one of the reporters said, well, the U.S. intelligence is saying now that there are UFOs. Can you tell us anything about it? He said, ask them. Like, yeah. He didn't want to talk about it.
Most presidents are like that. Former presidents are always saying.
Well, yeah, well, tell people the story about Richard Nixon and was it Richard Nixon?
Yeah, Jackie Gleason.
Jackie Gleason, yeah.
So Jackie Gleason was actually very fascinating. I mean, for people out there that I'm sure most of you know, but Jackie Gleason was a famous actor. And so Jackie Gleason and President Nixon were actually really good friends. Mm-hmm. And Jackie Gleason was very fascinated about UFOs. And so one time, this was a Jackie Gleason story, that a car pulls up and it was Richard Nixon and pretty much just said, get in, come with me, I want to show you something. There was no Secret Service, there was nothing. It was just those two. And this was in Florida. They drove down to a Air Force base down there, and they pulled up to the guard gate, and the guard, you know, saw that it was President Nixon, saluted. They opened the gate. They went inside. They went into a hangar, and they went into this hangar, and I guess they pushed aside like some drapes. And Jackie Gleason said when they pushed the drapes open, there was these alien bodies in a freezer or on a table. Can't remember.
Wow.
Yeah, and so it freaked him out pretty much. So wow. Yeah, but that's, you know, he used to tell this to a lot of people. In fact, I wanted to find out through like Jackie Gleason's like any like grandson or something and have him on the show and talk about it. But
that's a good idea. You should do that.
Wouldn't it? But you know,
tell people about your show. Tell people about Truth Be Told.
Well, my show's a eclectic or a combination of paranormal activities or even just controversial topics, from ghost to psychics to UFOs to conspiracy theory, controversial figures like, Charles Manson and all kinds of different things that just interest me, honestly.
And what do people call in, or?
No, I don't do any call-ins. I do take, like, in my chat room and YouTube, I do take questions but I don't do call-ins at all. But
when is it on?
Fridays at 3, but lately it's been Fridays at 3 and 4
Pacific Standard Time.
Yes. Yeah,
we
6
or 7.
6 or so 6 and 7 o'clock. Yeah, and I just been doing 2 shows in a row just because of Contact in the Desert coming up, the UFO conference.
Oh, tell us about that.
It's actually one of the bigger conferences in the world. They have like 60 plus speakers.
When is it?
June 25th through the 28th this year. Normally it's at the end of May, 1st of June, but it's this year's still virtual. There are some UFO conferences that are in person this year, actually, but Contact in the Desert decided to do online.
Oh, so you're going to be staying in LA?
Yeah, I'll be zooming. I think I might be doing some introductions of some of the speakers this year, which is great. Which is great. But I've been interviewing many of the speakers. So now.
And like who?
Chris Bledsoe. He's actually another abductee, but even he was saying he thinks it's more of a spiritual versus physical abduction, more like angels.
Oh.
Yeah. Because he had a very good experience, and they gave us kind of warnings of what's to come.
Can you tell us what the warnings are?
Well, he just said it's mostly kind of Middle East and what's happened in the last 4 years, that a lot of
a war in the Middle East.
Kind of. It's almost like the Pandora's box has been opened, and but
like what's going on right now with Israel.
And it's kind of like Nostradamus. Nostradamus predicted World War III, and it's about this time as when Nostradamus, predicted. But they even the angels. He said the angels, and even Nostradamus said after this war that it'll be peace throughout the world.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I know.
But how many years is the war?
I have no idea. He didn't say, but hopefully,
is this the beginning of it? What's going on?
He didn't really say, but he said we're seeing the first signs of what they told him about. Yeah. So, but yeah, like I said, it's most of the stuff I do it's just because I'm interested in the topics. And then, who else did I interview? A lot of UFO experts, abductees, near-death experience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, they have, Giorgio Tsoukalos and Eric Van Daniken, who wrote Chariots of the Gods, Linda Moulton Howe, David Childress, all those people.
Wow.
Yeah. George Norrie's going to be there.
Who? Oh, George Norrie?
Yeah, who you interviewed.
Yeah, he was on CharVision at one time.
Mm-hmm.
He has a huge following at his radio nighttime show, doesn't he?
Coast to Coast, yeah. Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah, I mean, people love tuning into radio. Like, is it just radio?
Yeah, his is just radio. Yeah, it's like at 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. or something like that. It's I don't really get to listen to it much because I'm usually fall asleep by then.
Yeah. Well, they probably have repeats of it somewhere on YouTube or somewhere.
Oh, I'm sure. For sure.
I was on his show. I was on this show a couple times.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah, and coast to coast, I took phone callers, and he was very nice to me.
Oh,
Did I tell
great.
you I was on a show?
Yeah, I remember you telling me. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. He was. It. It's a different kind of audience. It's a. I'm used to daytime audiences like Kelly and Ryan, or the
Right.
magazine shows, and it's just a different kind of audience. They're just more open, and not that Kelly and Ryan people aren't open, but Kelly's amazing. I mean,
Oh yeah.
Kelly really is so supportive of me and my work, so I'm very blessed with that. Um, but then again, I was on RuPaul's Drag Race, which is also another different kind of
Oh,
audience.
for sure. Yeah. That
So, so I'm blessed to kind of be in pop culture, to touch a lot of lives in a lot of different places, because that's my job. That's why I'm here. So, do we have any callers?
Well, I was gonna, people call, but they hung up. But I want everybody that's listening that has their UFO stories, you can call in, and I'll also put the Zoom link in again if you want to, but you can
Okay,
call in. It's 323-524-2599,
right.
323-524-2599, or you can link into the Zoom and you could tell us your UFO story. And why don't you do that right now? And,
Okay.
but, real
Well,
quick,
we've got a lot of people
on
on
Facebook.
Facebook,
Yeah. Yeah, there's a
but
lot of people. That's, just have them call in, tell us your story. But I was going to say that not only Nixon, but also, Jimmy Carter, he saw a UFO in Georgia. He said the whole neighborhood saw it.
mhm,
Ronald Reagan also talked about 2 incidences of UFO sightings. And
mhm.
we do have a call coming in right now, so we'll take that. But
Okay.
all right, so this is a 256 number.
Is this a Zoom call or
This one is a call in, so
oh,
just audio.
okay,
So
great.
here we
Okay.
go.
Thank you.
Take it away.
Hello.
Hello?
Hi, how are you?
Am I on the air?
You're on the air.
Oh, okay. I just called back in. I typed in my mom's story. I did hang up, but my mom, and she was about 10. She saw a light at her bedroom window, and anyway, she decided to go investigate. She had a girl with her. Got to
Mm-hmm.
the back door, and it was this man, and he was dressed in purple metallic suit. So my mom, she asked if he was God. He said, "Well, who is God?" And
Wow.
she said the next thing she remembered is that she was on board of a spacecraft, and that she saw other local people there, and like they were doing like experiments on them or something like that. And the next thing she remembers, she was outside the house. It was broad daylight. Went inside the house, and the girl that stayed all night with her was missing. They found the girl about 20 miles away from home. When she saw my mom, she told my mom she didn't want anything to do with my mom anymore because my mom lied, said that was not God, that she thought that was God. But I did try to get my mother to go and have like regression therapy to
Uh-huh.
check out, that she could remember more of what it was about. But
Yeah.
she was always with UFOs after that. But she claimed that she was about 10, that she was taking aboard a craft, and she, like I said, that she's about 10.
Did she have a good experience or
Well, it
bad
kind of freaked her out
experience?
because she thought he was God because she was about 10. Her dad always told her that God would come back in a chariot of fire. So when she saw the light in the sky, she thought, well, then she saw him. She asked him if he was God, and he goes, well, who is God? And she said after that, she just remembers that there. The next instant, she's on the craft.
Wow.
So she was kind of spooky to her.
But
So
okay,
that's
so
my story.
did she change after that experience?
All she did was she would watch sci-fi stuff. She loved sci-fi. She loved Chariots of the God. Anything about that, she was into it. Where a lot of people would listen to her age would be watching, like, I don't know, the Praise the Lord stuff. My mother was always watching sci-fi.
Did they like go through her belly button, or, take any tests or samples from her?
That's what she was saying, that she didn't see them do anything to her, but she witnessed them like doing stuff with plants with the other people, that she assumed were like farmers, or this is back in the 40s, like 40s or 50s.
Where is this? What town is this?
In Alabama.
And where in Alabama?
I don't know, but I've tried to research it where there was like meteorites fell in Alabama and like it killed a woman, but it was like in the 40s, 50s. But I think my mother, it had to be in the 40s. But the meteorite that fell in Alabama that killed people was like in the 50s. It was somewhere. They had something about the stars fell in Alabama. I can't remember what exactly it is. I tried to look it up more than once.
Wow, that's amazing. Thank you so much for calling and sharing your story with us. I really appreciate it. Wow.
Thank you, too.
Yeah.
All right, I'll move along.
Okay, thanks. Bye-bye. Wow.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye. What, Tony, who was it? Barney and whoever were abducted?
Oh, Betty and Barney Hill?
Betty and Barney, what was their last name?
Hill.
Hill, yeah.
Yeah, I just interviewed her niece in April because it's the 60th anniversary.
Oh, wow.
1961 when that happened. Isn't that crazy?
1961. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But see, now finally the United States agencies are admitting it, but it's been going on. So, like you told the story about Nixon and Jackie Gleason, for years there must have been UFOs. I mean, there might have been UFOs during, President Lincoln. Who knows?
I did hear a story once. I don't know where I heard it. I don't know if it was on Ancient Aliens, but I remember that they even talked about George Washington, and he had a servant that apparently came across. They didn't know if it was an alien or if it was like a angel or something, but they actually showed them in advance of what the United States would look like. And this guy, I can't remember where I saw this, but he made all these notes and stuff about what in like a diary, and he described what the United States would look like before it became the United States.
That's amazing. That's incredible.
But UFOs have been sighted, ancient Egypt and the Mayans and most Native Americans, they talk about the sky people.
But that last caller, interesting that when her mother asked, "Are you God?" and they said, "Who is God?"
Right.
That is fascinating.
Because they may not know what a God. Yeah.
It's just fascinating. The whole thing. I totally believe in God.
For sure.
In a divine.
To say we're alone is pretty ignorant to me.
But that's like incredible, and like imagine how many planets there are and how many spaceships. There's different spaceships. Oh, did you see what I put on social media? The photo I put on.
Is that the
circle?
Yeah. What is that?
Okay. So do you want to show it?
Here,
can you show it,
let
or
me pull
you
it.
can't really
let me
pull it up?
I can pull it. Hold on.
So
there you go.
So remember I told you that I go hiking. Like I started hiking every day.
Right.
And I took a different turn and I walked into this area, and I find that, they talk about the circles when there's, they talk about the circles when UFOs come down, and, in the cornfields and in
crop circles
on the farms and the crops. Well, I think because of that concept, the people decide to make their own circles to see if they can have a UFO land where they walk and where they are. Because
Mm-hmm.
this is in Palm Springs. I forgot the name of the mountain I walk on, but uh, I think I've seen this before where people come from all over, or from people from all over make their own circle crops to try to attract aliens and UFOs to land. In fact, Stonehenge in England, that they've had sightings of UFOs, and those, they don't know where those large stones came from.
Mm-mm. Most Stonehenge and many of, especially sightings, are on ley lines. And Stonehenge,
Right.
yeah, and it's also portals. So
Mhm.
yeah.
For UFOs. And also, what I've noticed, because I found other places like that in England and some other places where do you know what those stones are called? I forgot. But there's usually like a mountain near it,
Hmm.
and there's sightings of spaceships going into the mountain.
Oh wow.
So that's what people have seen in Mount Shasta.
Yeah, I've heard
Like
about that one. Just seeing
like
going in.
hundreds, thousands.
Yeah.
Craig Campobasso told us about it.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like thousands of spaceships going into the mountain. So there's and then spaceships going into the ocean. It's crazy.
Well,
So let's take some callers, but let's take a break first.
okay, let's do it. And we have
Okay.
callers, and I think we have a Zoomer. So, but let's go ahead and take our break.
Okay, great.
We'll be right back.
Thanks, baby.
Hey, everybody, it's Sunny and Char, and I just wanted to answer a couple questions. People have been calling the office and texting and emailing. Do I do private sessions? Well, yes, I do. And I love reading for my clients. I do phone, Skype, FaceTime, and in person if we're in the same city. I also teach intuition. So if you have an interest in doing that, or if you're interested in getting your family together and you want a group reading, I do those as well. So just call 248-909-2427, and I look forward to reading for you. Thanks.
All right, we're back.
Okie dokie.
All right, we have a couple calls coming in. So I know this one's about, and I think we have a Zoomer, but we'll take a call first.
Okay, let's take a call and then do a Zoomer.
401, you're on the air.
Hi.
Hey, you know what? Hi, Char. This is Bernie from
Bernie.
Originally from Boston. Yeah.
How are you, Bernie?
I'm well. We bought a house next door. I got 15 acres in the Blue Jordan Forest in Florida right now. A couple of ponds, a stream.
Oh,
I abut the
goodness.
woods.
Congratulations. I wish you
Yeah.
enjoy it in good health.
Well, I was led here. This is going to be a spiritual retreat. So my idea is this, okay?
Yeah.
So when we speak psychically, right, to these spirit beings, yeah? Now, I've been doing a lot of remote viewing lately.
Okay.
And, okay, so this house I just bought, I had a dream. A lot of my stuff comes in dreams.
Okay.
So in this dream, I got a little Dachshund mix at the back door, but there's two sliders. And my dogs are barking down at the other slider, but my house next door only has one slider.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, why the two sliders? Well, the house I just bought has the two sliders.
Wow.
So that's right. So like, this isn't the only time these things have happened to me, but just for instance.
Right.
So when you take this principle that I could remote view this house, and then when I was doing a reading for somebody, I asked them if they had a Dachshund mix. Turns out the guy that owned the house had two Dachshund mixes that passed away. So I had this little Dachshund mix trying to get in the back door, right?
Right. Well, sometimes we get things don't always come exactly, and they come from somewhere else, and then we go, oh, that's why I saw that.
That's my exact point, though.
Yeah.
See, they're not bound by time. Now, there's a reason they're after certain people, because they want to take samples from or observe certain people, because they're hybrids.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
There's a reason they're interested in them. Now, there's people like you and me where we have impressions. I think I told you, I read your book. You came to me in a dream.
Oh, I forgot.
And now, yeah, you said, turn to me and said, you grabbed me and said, say you love me. I'm like, whoa, this bitch is crazy, right? And I go to the Unity Church the next.
Does your wife know? Does your wife know?
Yeah, I tell her about all my dreams. She's my witness, because I have to tell her these things, so I have a witness that I said that and I was right.
Wow.
So we share this. I've been with her 22 years come Saturday.
Oh, God.
Now, that's funny. That's my number. Yeah, 222.
Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary, Bernie.
Thank you. Yeah, the 22nd, 22 years.
So when you get your retreat together, will you let us know?
I want someone to come stay. Yeah, sure. I mean, I got 2 4-bedroom houses on 15 acres in here.
Wow.
In the middle of a forest. It's a conservation area. And then beyond that, I have the state forest, and beyond that, an Air Force base.
Do you have your own wells for water?
Yes.
Because you're going to need them.
I got a 228-foot deep well here. I have sweet water. I have an Indian spring in my backyard.
Yeah, I see a well, and I feel like I see that you're going to really need that.
I wanted it. I wanted a metal roof. This house has a metal roof. I wanted sweet water. I got a 228-foot well. I got a spring. I have a stream in my backyard in Florida in the woods. It's an Indian heads, arrowheads have been found.
Oh, that's fantastic. So
yeah, you're welcome. So I want anybody to come. Maureen Hancock, anybody. I don't know if you ever heard of Maureen, but she's from Boston.
Uh-huh. Wow.
So the point, I met a ton. I asked God to help me help other mediums, and the reason I got you in a dream. Now you've been the next day. I went to Unity Church, and in the middle of the service, they said, "Turn to the person next to you and say I love you."
That's crazy.
Right.
Well, Bernie,
yeah, the dreams come true. So
I know. I want to.
So this is my point.
I want to thank you because
let me make a point about your mountain. Let me take a point about your mountain with the thousands of ships. It's like that magic bag on Harry Potter.
Right.
And there's Mary Poppins, where they can put a lot of things in a small bag because it's a different vibration and it's a different dimension.
Mm-hmm.
They're not necessarily going into the mountain. They're going into a different vibration when they get to the area of the mountain.
Wow.
It doesn't have to be a bunch of caves they're flying into. You know what I'm saying? It's like they're going through a door there.
Wow.
And so if they're not bound by time and space, if they can show me the door next door of the house weeks or a month before I bought it, and then there's a spirit dog trying to come in the back door, and it belongs to the guy, and then later on I'm doing a class I belong to Onset Church, and we do Zoom classes on Wednesday nights about the First Spiritual Church of Onset. If anybody wants to attend, it's like $10. And I do one. Anyway, it's a good way to practice. But I was reading a woman, and I got her, and I was supposed to bring in a pet, so I threw the dachshund at her, and son of a bitch, she had a 10-year-old dachshund that she got at the pound, and blah, blah, blah. It was black, and yada, yada, yada. You know how that works, right?
Yep, I'm sure you made her really happy.
Yeah. God bless you, Char. I love seeing you. You look great.
Oh, you're so kind. I just wanted to thank you because you're such a loyal Char visionary, and you always lift our spirits. So thank you so much. And I only wish you good things. You watch your own health now, right?
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah. Did you have an issue with your own health? Wait, did you have an issue with your own health?
Yeah. Well, I'm 61. I'm good. I'm actually got, dealing with back pain and whatnot, but I do Tai Chi, I meditate.
Okay, I want to
and I've been developing.
I want to tell you something for your back.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
do you have sciatica or just your lower back?
You know, it's mostly the lower back, upper back
Okay.
spasms.
Okay. I have to tell you, I found this thing online because I get a bad back sometimes. And I usually do my yoga and I have chiropractic. I haven't gone to the chiropractor in like a year and a half or something. But I found a girl online and I found her randomly. And I can't even remember her name. I really should find her name. But this is what she said to do. And I've been doing it. And it's crazy. It's helping my back whenever, like before I went hiking this morning, I went, oh, I don't know if I'm going to hike the mountain. So this is what you do. You lean against the wall. You put your back against the wall. You stand up. Both feet flat against the wall. Okay. Then you keep your left foot flat on the ground. And then you raise your left knee up to your chest. And you hold it there for 30 seconds.
Okay.
And
that sounds like a good one.
I'm telling you, do it, and then Facebook me and tell me if it worked. Okay.
Definitely, I'll do it tomorrow when I do my walk. I had 2 dogs come out of the woods. I have 5 dogs now.
Oh my God.
2 strays showed up at my truck when I got back to the truck with my dogs, my 3 dogs.
Oh, that's
so now.
They found you.
Yeah.
They found you.
Exactly.
Anyway,
God sent them.
I have
beautiful little souls. Those are our aliens.
Oh, that's so sweet. I'm so sorry, but I got to move on. But anyway, try the back thing.
Bye.
And how you do.
I'll get back to you. Thank you.
Hey, God bless you, baby. Bye-bye. Yeah, he's like, Bernie's like, he's so like connected in his own way. And his heart is in such a good place and really trying to help everybody.
Yeah, we need more people like that.
We do need more people like that. So did you say we have a Zoomer?
They hung up. So, but we have more calls.
Okay, let's take a caller.
585. I think name is Terry, but we'll find out.
Okay.
All right, 585. You're on the air.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah. Hi, Terry.
Hi. How are you, Char?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. I'm having a very relaxing weekend.
Oh, that's so good. Where are you from?
So I'm originally from Kuwait City, but I'm currently residing in Rochester, New York.
Oh, where's Kuwait City?
That's in the Middle East. It's part of the Arab Gulf.
In the area. So you were born there in?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yep, I was born there, and then I moved here 5 years ago for school.
You have no accent.
I know. I mean,
how did you do that?
I'm not sure, honestly. I think just watching a lot of American media. I had a lot of American teachers growing up, so it's kind of easy for me, honestly.
Wow. I mean, seriously, I would never know. I don't hear any, maybe it's from a past life that you spoke English.
I would not be surprised. But yeah, so I had a story I wanted to tell you, and I really wanted to hear your take on it.
Okay.
This is maybe about 2 or 3 years ago.
Uh-huh.
I was sitting in my dorm room with my windows open, studying for an exam.
Uh-huh.
And I was looking at the pages of whatever textbook I was looking at. I look up, and there's this almost like black ball looking right at me, and it had what looked like some sort of lens, almost looked like a drone, but not really.
Okay.
Like, I've seen what drones look like, and it didn't look like one.
Right.
And it stared at me. It stared at me for about 30 seconds, beeping blue and green.
Wow.
Just tired. Yeah. And keep in mind, I was studying, so I was already pretty kind of sleepy but hazy.
Right.
And so it just looked directly at me, and I felt some sort of connection with it. I don't know what it wasn't a bad feeling. I didn't feel
Right.
bad energy from it. It was very neutral,
Mm-hmm.
but it looked directly into my eyes and it beeped red and green, red and green, red and green, and then it left super fast and made zero noise. And
Wow.
I've never seen anything like that before, and I have no idea what that could be.
Where were you then? Where's school? Where was school?
In Rochester, where I'm at right now.
Oh, in New York.
Yeah, upstate.
Okay, so how you said it was just like a ball. It wasn't like it wasn't big.
It was big, but it was a very weird shape, and because it was also like around evening time,
Mm-hmm.
it kind of blended in with the background a little bit, and it looked directly at me, kind of like just staring at what I'm doing, and it started flashing.
But it
Red
was
and green,
it
red
was
and-
outside your window, right?
Yes, it was directly outside my window, and I'm on the second floor, so it was flying or levitating. I'm not really sure, honestly, but it looked directly at me, and it flashed a few times, and then it left.
Wow. And what was your first gut feeling when after that happened to you? What did you think? What was your first gut feeling?
I wasn't scared. I wasn't like, I was excited, honestly. I thought this was interesting. I ran to my roommate and I told him, because my roommate has connections to the military. And my roommate's like, this is a no-fly zone for drones. There aren't supposed to be any drones in here. So it definitely wasn't a drone.
No, I definitely, no, but see, here's the thing, like you automatically felt that it was extraterrestrial or UFO.
It felt different. I immediately got this feeling like this is not normal, but it's okay.
Yeah.
I felt calm. It was very calm in the
like
moment.
some people may see something like that and think, oh, that's a spirit, or or try to put logic into it. Oh, it was just a drone and whatever. But Terry, it sounds to me like instinctively you knew this was some kind of extraterrestrial being. That's my gut.
Yeah.
That's my gut.
No, Char, I could tell you immediately. As soon as I looked at it, I almost had a sense of like calm and peace. Like I looked at it, I knew it was different, but I just got this feeling of like, it's okay, it's fine. And then it left, it didn't do anything.
So I think they were checking up on you.
Yeah, it might have been like an energy reading of some sort or a checkup. I'm not really sure, to be honest. It just looked at me. I felt calm. I was okay. And afterwards, I was excited. I'm like, oh, this was cool. I wasn't afraid. I wasn't like, oh, no, I can't sleep at night. I was just kind of like, this is really awesome. And then I told my roommate, and he was more concerned than I was.
Wow. Well, that's because you have faith.
Yes, for sure. I've definitely,
you definitely
recently.
Faith. Can I ask you something? I feel something. Can I ask you?
Go ahead. Sure.
Don't say any names, but I don't even know that they're English names because you're from Kuwait. But is there an A? Is there somebody that starts with an A initial or an M initial family, like a grandfather or somebody?
I have my grandfather who starts with has an A in their name, but
okay, but it doesn't start with it. Is it an H or it's not an A or A or M?
A or M? I'm not sure. A and M.
Or do you have other family?
Because I'm thinking of the people I know who've passed, and
well, is there anyone living is there anyone living that's an A or is it?
Yeah, my my mother starts with an A.
Is it A with an N in it or M or L?
No.
It just starts with an A. Okay. Is it her father who's deceased?
Yeah, my mother's father is deceased.
Okay, I don't know the name, but I think he's around you, and he was showing me the A initial, so that's your mom.
Yeah, my mom.
It's not like Ada or Ida or Ada or Ava or something like that. No.
No, it's not.
Okay, I don't know the name. But I think your grandfather's around you. Do you feel him?
I do think about my grandfather occasionally because I do consider myself probably an intuitive person, and I do sometimes just he pops into my mind. And recently, in recent times, probably in the last few months, I've been kind of occasionally waking up and just kind of thanking my spirit guides, my angels for being there for me. I always
Right.
think of him.
And are you changing? Are you going into changing your major or something, or
Yeah, I recently major.
you changed your major?
Yeah.
This is good. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
it
feel
was
like
a great.
I feel like he's talking to me, but did he speak English okay? I don't think so.
I had a very limited experience because he was paralyzed from as young as I can remember. He was paralyzed. We used to go to him in his room, and he was paralyzed, and I used to give him used to kiss him on his forehead.
Oh, that's so sweet. He's showing me that you're going to do something really special, and I don't know, the changing of your major is going to be good for you.
Yeah, I had a rough experience last summer dealing with that, but it worked out in the end, and I feel super good about it. I feel very good about it.
I'm so glad for you. You're going to do really well. You're going to be extremely successful with this.
I hope so. I'm really excited about the field I'm in and the work I'm going to be putting out.
Yeah, will you do any research?
Yes, actually this summer I was planning on starting some research. Not even like, I just had this gut feeling of like I should start doing research on things. I don't even know what, but I just had this feeling of I should work on a project this summer.
You need to start doing research. There he's showing me. I'm not sure what it's in exactly, but you need to start doing research. And you also may get involved with something that's futuristic.
Interesting. Okay.
Is that what you're thinking of doing?
So I don't know if futuristic is the right word, but I'm invested in archiving stuff for the future. Yes.
Yeah, it's all good. It's going to be really good, Terry. Just be positive. You're divinely protected.
I know I am.
You're divinely guided.
I wake up every morning, I tell you, and I thank the universe. I thank everyone for protecting me and for helping me guide me through this life, because I feel them. I feel their energy, and I'm so grateful for it. You honestly have no idea. I feel so blessed.
You are so lovely. I'm so appreciative that you took the time to call me. Thank you so much for calling.
Thank you so much for your time.
Of course. Good luck to you. This is all good.
Yes, I'm excited. Hopefully I'll tune in again.
Okay, please do. Take good care.
Take care.
Okay. Well, Tony, this was an interesting show. We always have an interesting show. You've been such a big help to me in everything I do. So thank you so much. And I hope you have a great weekend. I hope everybody else out there has a great weekend. And if you see any UFOs, just kind of like Facebook me or something. And and Tony, you get so many hellos, and I love you, Tony, on my Facebook. You should read them because everybody loves you.
Oh, I will. And thank you, everybody. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Okay. All right, everybody. Have a blessed evening, and remember, intuition will take you places logic never could. Be well. Thanks to all the callers. Bye-bye.